Hey campers, George here, back in the man cave, looking at another sharp and shiny. This one from Gerber Gear. Yep, they got a folder that got my attention. So, let's check it out. So what I'm talking about is this guy from Gerber. And this is the Gerber Wingtip folding pocket knife. Why did I want to look at it? I like the look of the lines. It's very clean, looks very neat, almost posh. Let me get it out of the packaging for you. It comes in the normal Gerber packaging. And we'll go over what they have to say about the wingtip. All right. Wow. Here it is right here. And you can see right away what I was talking about, those lines. I really like the look of the lines of this knife. The wingtip, you can see it there. Very nice, very clean. Not sure if you can see it. I like this color. Not sure what they call it, but it's a green, an unusual green picture there. Very nice, very subtle. Like that. Looking at the knife, it looks nice and clean. It is a slip joint. So there's nothing that locks it in. So be aware of that. And you can see here, very nice finish to it. Really like the way it looks. The blade here you can see is basically a drop point, and it is stainless steel, and the handle aluminum on the handle, and you can see it has a lanyard hole there. Now on the blade here, I would call this just a plain grind. It's just a flat edge with a cutting edge on it, just very plain, standard. Does have a nail notch on it. You can see that on the blade. The blade is stainless steel, and it's a 7CR17 MOV, I believe, which is, I believe, the Chinese stainless steel. Now, personally, never had a problem with that. And looking here, there is a number on here. This just looks like a random number. I'm not sure what it is, but on the, just on the very point there, don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard to see, but there is the Gerber logo right in there. Very, very small, discreet, nothing fancy. This is, to me, a very good-looking knife. Like I said, almost posh, a gentleman's knife. And it reminds me so much of pen knives, although it's a totally different thing. Like I said, it is a slip joint. It does clicking nice and tight, and it holds the blade in there nice and tight. The blade is not sticking out. Fairly clean, although if you look down here, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if we can get it. These scales on the handle are slightly higher than here. Is it a big deal? Nope, I don't think so. Everything else is very clean. No sharp edges, the finish is fine, which is normal for Gerber. Now, I told you it was a slip joint, and it has that 90-degree stop, and then all the way in. And this is in there pretty tight. It's pretty solid. It's not going to come down on you very easily. It'll take some doing to do that. And you can see it does have a bolster here, just a single bolster, nothing on this side. And like I said, the lanyard hole. It's kind of small, the lanyard hole. You can see that. But, you know, I'm sure you could use it, put a ring on it, something like that. The bolster here, obviously, stainless steel and very plain, has a nice look to it. I really like the look of this knife, and that's what got my attention. The reason I got it, to have a look at it. You can see I like this curve to it, very subtle, and it feels nice in my hand. Nice and clean, nothing fancy about the handle or anything like that. Just nice and smooth, very comfortable. Now let's see how the blade sits inside when we clip it in. Huh. If you look there, you can see that the blade kind of bends slightly and comes back in, but it's not really obvious. It's not dead center, but it's pretty close. It's clean. I don't see a problem. It's very minor, that. And the blade itself, I don't like the way they sharpened it. And this looks like it has a nick in it. It does. And on the tip. Don't know if you can hear that. Hear that? That's my thumb rubbing across the tip. Hear that? That's not good. That'll have to be cleaned up. Kind of disappointing for Gerber. Wow. Wait a minute. The grind on this blade is uneven. I'm seeing more grind on this side than on that side. And hopefully I can show you that neck. As you can see that. See if I can find it now. It is right there. Don't know if you can see it. In fact, there's a couple on that blade. Let's see if we can see it here now. Can you see it there? It's right there. In fact, there's a couple of them. That's a shame. Huh. That's a first for me from Gerber. Normally their blades are in pretty good shape. You know, maybe this one just got by them. Gonna have to fix that myself. It is not a very clean grind at all. It's kind of disappointing. See how shallow that side of the grind is comparing to this side. See that? Even looking at the point, you can see it if you look down the blade. Yeah, let me see if I can get that for you. You can see how the grinds are not even. That's a shame. Pretty knife, and I'm going to have to work on it. So maybe I'll do that right now. Let me get my workshop out. Actually, what I'm going to do is let's go through some of the dimensions on this, and then we'll get into the workshop quickly. I'll give it a couple of swipes and see if we can fix those blade issues. The weight, 3.2 ounces. Not bad. Light enough and small enough, and just so that you know, when it's closed, it's nice and smooth. To sit in your pocket, and as you notice, there is no pocket clip on it. So it's designed to go in your pocket. It's pretty lightweight. I don't think it's going to bother anybody being in their pocket. The blade is stainless steel and 2.5 inches long. Not bad. Nice length. Pretty typical for a pen or pocket pal. And it does come with a limited lifetime warranty. I am just kind of disappointed that this got through their quality control. Just in general, not a good grind at all, not well done, and that nick is reflecting right now off the light. It's pretty obvious. Can feel it with my finger, and like I said, that tip there. So let's see if we can fix it. Sorry, kind of disappointing. It's Gerber Wingtip. Let's see what we can do with the blade. I have my workshop here, and this is something I purchased for myself simply because I'm really bad at sharpening. You would think I had done this. So I got myself the workshop, and I really like the way this works. It's a very simple system that works well, easy to use, and does all the hard work for you. So you can't complain about that. And I'm going to use, I don't know if I want to, I think I'm going to have to go with the coarser plate on here, because I think I'm going to have to really give it a good couple of swipes to get rid of that neck in the blade. So here we go. We need some lubricant. And for those of you who have not seen the workshop system, I'll put a link below for you to have a look see at it. Just going to put some of the good stuff on it. And basically, I'll give you a very quick trick to it. This plate rocks for when you have a curved blade. When you have just a flat surface, you have to curve the knife to get the whole blade to sharpen. With this, as you run it down, it tilts and follows the angle of the blade. That's the theory. Or you can just lock it flat and it stays locked. It doesn't move. So I'm going to use the rocking motion. And all I'm going to do, and I'll put this down a little bit just so you can see, you'll probably be able to see the rocking motion. You've got your angles here. Put the blade on, run it down there. And all I'm going to do is as I go across like that. This will tilt to match the curve of the blade. So I'm just going to do that. Don't need a lot of pressure. Did you see it rock? You can, one more swipe on the heavy stuff. Now I'm going to do the other side, and I would do it forward like this. Maybe you'll get a better look at it. And what I'm doing is I'm getting it on there, sitting just right, and I'm just going to sweep across with it. And I want to do the same amount of swipes that I did before. There we go. Let's have a look, see what it looks like now. Oh, that feels a lot better right there. Good, that worked. Let me change the plate to the fine. This is the coarse. Need a little bit more there. Let's put some on. Wow, that actually cleaned that blade up very quickly, which is a good thing, I suppose. So, same thing again, we're going to go 5 and 5. So, just going to hold it. And then on the other side. And there we go. Let's see how we're doing now. Get all that lubricant off. Gone. Got it. And it also took care of that neck that was at the top there. So if you want to look now, we get a little bit cleaner blade. I'll be honest, I don't think this is a true test of a knife. It's a piece of paper, but it does show how thin and the tight grind on it is. So you can see here, it seems to be doing okay. We don't have that neck. I think we finally got rid of it. You can see it's not leaving any paper behind, and it feels a lot better. Yeah, so there you go. Kind of disappointing that I had to do that, although it did sharpen up nice and quick. Took care of it pretty quickly. I do, this is not my sharpening skills that did it. It's the workshop system that took care of it. So, still, I like the knife. I just love the way this knife looks, and it's clean. And, that blade, that's not bad. If I need to, I can clean it up some more. I don't want to take too much of your time on that. I'm sure you guys are probably better at this than I am as far as sharpening. But like I said, I do recommend Workshop. You can see it there. Very nice system, and the link will be below if you want to have a look at what they got. They have a bunch of different kinds. You might want to look at them. Now, they do say, I don't know why, but that nail notch is the front side. Apparently there's a front and back to this. The only difference I can see is on the bolster here, you have that going through to that. That is different. Otherwise, they look the same. And you got your nail notch to bring it out. So There you go. Gerber. Personally, a little disappointed that I had to do that work right out the bat. I mean, I use my knives and I do have to clean them up quite often, but that's after use, not coming from the factory. And this is a first from Gerber for me. So a little disappointing there. Maybe they need to have a look again at their quality control. That should never have got through. The neck wasn't the worst part. It was that piece on the frontier that was just terrible. The Gerber Wingtip. Pretty knife. I like the look of this knife, the shape and everything like that. And it fits in my hand fine. Everything else worked on it. Just that sharpening issue, which, to be honest, I don't really care about. I'm just disappointed that it came from Gerber like that. I expect better from Gerber. So they can't complain about that. All in all, pretty good. How much did I pay for it? This is going to shock you. Gerber's normally a little bit up there in price. This one, that much. Not too bad. $20. Most of the other ones I've bought from the other manufacturers are around that price. Can't complain. Sharp and shiny. You know how that goes. Anyway, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. Pretty sure I'll be back. Probably with another sharp and shiny. I do want to start looking at hand saws and get into them again and learning a little bit more about them. And there's always hatchets, axes, tomahawks. There's so many sharp and shiny things. Just saying. Thanks for watching, and you all be safe out there. Take care now. Bye.